My name is Steve Suau, and I'm a resident of South Venice community, which is about 8,000 lots. It's the largest subdivision in Sarasota County, and we have a number of waterways in our area that were built probably in the 1950s and 60s that have been overloaded with sediment, and as a result a lot of the biology left because there was no oxygen in the water. So we've been working as a community with Sarasota County to rehabilitate the waterways.
I'm Harrison Fox. I'm chair of the Water Quality Task Force here in South Venice. And we're here today to plant some plants and also to remove some of the muck out of the waterway. Some people call this a ditch. We like calling it a waterway. It runs about 1.75 miles. It runs from Lake Fawn, which is right next to the intercoastal waterway, down to our Alligator Creek. Through the last 25 or 30 years, the county has been mowing, and all of the materials have flowed right into the water. And we have organic materials sometimes as much as 2 or 3 feet deep. So we're pulling that out by hand now. Eventually, when we get the contract, they'll probably use a pump to pump it out. But we have 535 feet that we've worked with as a pilot test. We're working both with the flat bank and the sloping banks, and what we're hoping, the sloping banks will plant with low-growing, Florida native and friendly material, like perennial peanut, sunshine mimosa, Elliott loves grass, and a number of other plants that grow less than 1 foot high. We have sun, we have shade, we have semi-shade, and the various plants grow. The plants I mentioned will grow in the semi-shade and sun. We're also experimenting, like under this oak tree, with other plants. We know that the beautyberry, we have one right over here. It's a beautiful version. It's a native here. It was here when we started, and that will grow in the shade. Coffee will grow in the shade. Ferns will grow in the shade. So we'll be probably having to plant those. What we're trying to do is coming up with a way to hydro-seed so we can do great areas at less expense. And that's really the aim here.
This is kind of our first pilot project, about 300 feet, and we're just trying to get native vegetation established. It doesn't need to be cleared all the time. Once we do that, we've got about $600,000 from Sarasota County and the Water Management District to then do this on 1 mile or more of other waterways in our community. So, and I think the county's hoping that once we figure out how to get this done, they can apply it on 300 to 500 miles of drainage ways that they have throughout the county. So if we could figure out how to do this, it could bring life back to them and then save money because they wouldn't have to be maintained as frequently as much. So that's the objective, and Sarasota County's been real supportive to our community, as well as the National Estuary Program, yeah.
This is really a model, we hope, for the county, for the state, and possibly other places. It's a citizen-driven initiative. We don't have our hand out. What we're saying is we're going to do this. We're going to contribute our time. We've contributed plants. We have over probably $2,000 in money contributions from the community, and probably about 2,000 to 3,000 hours in time. You as an individual, you as a citizen, your family, all can make a big difference. If it's a stop sign, in our case it's water quality, I would encourage you all to look and see what you can do to help your community. Basically, join the fight.